baby dragon. He just popped out into the world. He's a new dragon to see all the enchantment that can be. I'm here at one of my favorite places on the planet, and I know I haven't been to that many like amazing places on the planet yet. This is his mama dragon. She's got a full-blown bird's nest in her mouth. You can see she's got a little baby bird's nest in her mouth. I'm being told I'm being drowned out by the river, so I've got to pump up the volume. So yeah, I'm here at the Swetsville Zoo. It is such an amazing place. Apparently there's a bunch of traffic going by right now, because of course there is. It's totally flooded right now, which is insane. Like, the Poudre River hath made herself known. Usually you can walk through this entire land of magical wonders and undiscovered realms just freely and easily, and go up to all these amazing things and make friends with them. But it is flooded right now, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I wanted to show you this realm of coolness, and there's just like little friends everywhere. Like, this guy's kind of like a little clam, and there's like a little cricket man. They sort of move and interact. That one doesn't move. A lot of them move though. But so, on kind of a whim, I wanted to be here today. Thought about it, I guess, just was longing for it in my heart. It came out in the news recently that they were selling it. They're going to try to sell the property for tons of money, auction off all of these. Probably since about 4 years ago, they've been toying with the idea of putting a big box, one of those places you have to be a member or a club to go shopping there. They've been threatening to put one of these over this incredible make-believe land of all the best things in life, dragons and robots with computer heads, and I don't know, this guy basically just recycles. He wastes nothing. He uses recycled materials from car parts and broken down farm equipment and various other metal scrap pieces of other things people would disregard or get rid of, and he's turned them into this amazing place. It's a whole movie. It's been copied, it's been replicated, but never totally duplicated. Gosh, I guess we're just in a loud zone right now. Cool. I don't know, maybe I don't know. Should we wander to somewhere quieter? Go inward? Okay, so we'll do the high octane part now. So there's some water here. My filmer's gotta watch out. You gotta kind of but I was determined to come over here because this is where the cool bells and whistles. This is a fun one. This guy with the kind of demonic face here. You wonder what's going on. He's making this crazy face, and he's hurting his friend over here. She's getting her dang tail pinched, and she's like, "Ooh, why you do me like that?" But, so we came over to the high octane part first, because I wanted to be by all these cool bells. But yeah, now we're further from the traffic and closer to this crazy thing. Show the guy fishing in the river. He's getting like totally drowned, but he was just trying to catch a fish, and now he's like totally underwater. This dragon friend also has a bird's nest in its mouth. It's just one of the best places in the planet. So where was my story? I was being distracted by all the aggressive drivers. They threatened to close this place down. I thought it was done for good. I probably brought 15 people in a row here to be like, savor it while you can. It's on its way out. And I was so depressed. And today, today I was depressed, and I thought about it and looked it up just sporadically, out of the blue, out of the whim of my mind. And it's still here, and it's okay, and they haven't sold it yet. So I was like, I'm gonna write an original poem about this wondrous place and go on location to capture the way it makes me feel while we still have it. There's freaking Loch Ness Monster coming out of the grass over there, and guy playing a crazy game of giant golf ball, and he's about to go underwater. There's just so much about this place that takes me back to, oh, a bird just went in that dragon's mouth nest. There's life, just all kinds of, it's just teeming with life. So I'm going to give you my original poetry about this one-of-a-kind place, and then we'll take a little bit of a tour. I'm going to save some mystery parts so that you're just forced to come this way, but please don't move here. Just kidding, kind of. Please don't. It's getting overrun, but you really should come visit, and you should come right here. So here we go, day 143. Here's me, I'm Teal, and here's the deal. This one's called, Oh, Swetsville, I'm so happy we can still enjoy you. I gotta do that title over because I didn't make it rhyme. It's amazing, you can switch one word in your brain and you screw it up. Oh, Swetsville, I'm so happy we can enjoy you still. See, it rhymes with Swetsville. Okay. Enchanted land of roadside, funky found object art pride. They tried to put a price on you, sell you to the highest bidder. I felt so sad and bitter, imagining them paving this paradise and putting up a you-know-what. The whole country rapidly becoming a giant cement rut of sameness. To me, this place is what makes Fort Collins famous. So of course, money makes some so-and-so wanna up and claim it. Rearrange it to look like the strip mall bland downfall of this great land. I can't tell you how wonderful it feels to stand beneath these giant metal dragon teeth again. These are my friends. This is my adult return to prioritizing the skill of pretend pathways. Swetsville still triumphs to live another day. A place where you can still play and say, see ya later, to wearing the tall waders required to trudge into the adult experience sludge. Nudge the part of you that wants to remain true to that heart inside, the part so many have tried to silence. Society has that you're never working hard enough brainwashing down to a freaking science. Just don't comply with it. Sit by the river and deliver a made-up monologue to a gigantic VW bug spider. It's real, it's out there. To a gigantic VW bug spider. Feel your inner child becoming brighter, looking at hubcap flower pots, and give your thoughts permission to wander. Feel yourself begin to skip instead of saunter. Take a wacky jaunt and ponder what real-world objects these creatures' parts were selected from. Have some fun! What a novel idea! Stepping outside the box is so much more pleasurable than the immeasurable, ever-growing list of tasks. I think that's something most can agree on. Tell all those heavy woes to get gone and just play along with the nonsense side. Take a ride on the back of a pterodactyl. I could never get my fill of this place. Oh, the tears that streaked my face when they said they were going to sell it. I was devastated to think that in a blink, all this wonderment could become a relic. I figured I better act quick to soak it in, because when all these treasures could be replaced by some useless, ordinary big box place, there's really no telling. So I just appreciate it today and feel my nostalgic heart swelling with joy and lightness. I know there's more and more industrial pull towards more waste your money buildings coming, and there's no viable way to fight this fact. So for now, I'll try to keep coming back to see these motorcycle cobras and tell others to get a load of the nuts and bolts spaceship and flip out over the places your mind can drift in such a groovy place. Every animated, carved metal face, a reminder of the rapid pace of change. I like to fight that pace by leaning into the strange. It's difficult to gauge when the latest shiny thing that's all the rage will take away something like this. So impossible to replace. When I encounter anyone new who comes to this town I call home, which lately is a swelling swarm prone to drive me insane, I still try to be warm and welcoming. So I tell them the spot here most worth venturing to. Why, naturally, it's the one and only Swetsville Zoo, with epic metal makeshift bells to ring. Reading spectacles fit for a giant king, defiant two-headed dragons, Mad Max type adventure wagons, good old Humpty Dumpty, and a well to banish your worries to. Leave the adult you at the gate. Come contemplate under kinetic sculptures. Make friends with interplanetary cultures. Stop being so sure of things and lose yourself in a wealth of imagined lands full of tractor part hands and massive recycled metal wings. Grab a mallet and make the jumbo helium tank bell bottle bells sing. Bring along the you that's sick of the list of stuff you've got to prove and say, how do you do, to the mega metal ants and welded wild plants and my favorite friend here, the kind Mr. What's-It. Our psyches have taken a tough hit. Come frolic and flit and bound around this other world of cars with faces and improvised spaceships and drifting through fun and whirligigs. Go ahead, renege on the big impressive adult thing you promised yourself you'd do and come find a more exciting part of your mind at the one and only Swetsville Zoo. Yay! I feel good about that little poem today. So I was trying to maneuver in my mind if I could get over here during the poem. It was just not worth it. I can't read sometimes and do other stuff at the same time. But let's give it a whirl now. So this is the part I really wanted to spin the sound. Where else can you spin sound? This guy's the conductor, obviously. And this is what I'm talking about. This is a motorcycle gas tank, right? So it's a motorcycle gas tank and old tractor part hands, I said in there. No, he's a freaking penguin. This is how all the world should be. Don't throw things away. Make new things out of them. And I like to come in here and do a transcendental meditation. And then you can feel it buzzing around your body. And this is cool too. He made this place for people who like to play and don't like rules. It's so good. Go around. This I would never blow on in times before Corona. I am certainly not going to be blowing on it now. I think that's a bad idea to leave something for children to put their mouths on. Too tempting. But yeah, I love this area so much. So we're just gonna take a little tiny tour and be cute about it. Show you a few things. I guess I should get my. They used to have little tour maps here that every single one of these creatures has a name and an identity, and they don't have them anymore. Probably people stole them because they suck like that. Okay, bye out to adventure. She's gonna make it. She made it. Feet are a little wet, but it's okay. It's worth it. So this is one of the things I mentioned. Giant metal ants. They're all going into an igloo cooler. I mean, come on. What's more fun than this place? So we'll just meet a few friends here. We'll meet a few friends on the way. Show you a few things I popped up in the poem. I really like this guy. He seems like he'd just be very loyal. He would help you move. If your car broke down, he'd let you borrow his. He's just that kind of guy. This little guy, I absolutely remember his name's Speedy. I remember a lot of them. Because, yeah, they're all numbered. And they all have names. So that's Speedy the Turtle Racer. And then, like, this is literally how I feel about adult life and trying to achieve. Work's never done, Inc. Work's never done. And then it just goes, you know, to this poor guy who also just looks like a real nice guy. Just toiling along, man. Just like the work is never done and the toiling is never done. He just seems like a swell guy who needs a break. So this I mentioned was, I called him my favorite friend, I think. Yep, my favorite friend, the kind Mr. What's-It. So this guy I know is definitely named a What's-It. And if you've ever seen Eraserhead, that really scary movie, he kind of reminds me of the creature, but like in a cute and endearing and lovely way. So yeah, there's, oh my gosh, do you see the sturgeon, the fish that other guy's fishing for is flopping in the water. That is insane. So yeah, usually you can go to that castle. There's a double-headed dragon, and people live here. It's a really amazing thing. Yep. These were mentioned. The glasses, the giant glasses, fit for a giant king, I believe I said. There are a huge pair of spectacles there. And then this, I love, I said the well to banish your worries to. It's called the worry well. And everybody knows about the wishing well. It says this is the opposite. So you throw your worries, depression, hurtful, hateful, unpleasant thoughts, your negative ideas, your unhappiness, and you just like, bleh, 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 bleh. You just put your worries in there and you go, I don't need that anymore. It's not serving me. I don't want it. So that's what you do. And then I talked about good old Humpty Dumpty's here too. Yeah, good old Humpty Dumpty. And they utilize this in here a lot, the use of itty bitty shoes to make a point of these little characters. And then I talked about interplanetary cultures, I believe. Make friends with interplanetary cultures. I really love this guy. He's like in charge of lightning bolts. You know, he's the lightning bolt captain. And then, what did I call this poetically? I can't remember. I called it like the nuts and bolts spaceship. The gear spaceship. I mean, that's taking nothing for granted and using what you got. And I love this guy. He's hitchhiking, and I'll tell you, this old school boombox is new. Now, he's doing better than he was before. He has a VW Bug belt buckle, but he's doing better than he has been in years past because he's got tunes now. See, he's an escaped criminal, is the thing. There's things you notice. You can come here 20 times. I didn't notice that till maybe the 10th time I came here. But yeah, these spacecrafts, I mean, I talked about like Mad Max style wagons. That's this. Clearly, if you're going to be in some kind of zombie apocalypse, you want something like that. alien kin here. I just really like that there's good alien friends here. So, and Snoopy. Who doesn't love Snoopy? Come on, come on. I said I'm gonna leave some of it to your imagination, not show you everything, but I do want to take you to the kinetic sculptures.
There's nothing left. Babe, there's nothing left after that.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of treasures here. Many. One of the other things I mentioned was hubcap planter or something. So this is what I was speaking of. What did we discover that spins? Isn't it this?
The whole thing.
I mean, it took me 15 times coming here before I came with a friend who was like, this looks like it should spin. We're on, oh, and it does. And it's like the coolest thing ever. I really like this guy. He's a parking attendant made from a parking meter. He's giving you a ticket. And he's like, you think I don't know what time it is? You think I don't know what time your car expired? It's in my brain. More Mad Max. This guy's just like, hello, what's up? Love these little bots as well. Like, I definitely want to go to their home planet. They're just like some of my favorite friends. This guy is just the like, I will be your friend no matter who you are. Let's hang out. Love him. I also talked about cars with faces. Oh yeah, and the robot made out of the old, I mean, that just warms my little analog loving heart, I tell ya. This was added probably in the last year, the Wrestling Man. Little touches like that go in. But I talked about cars with faces. So really love these. And I just wanted to show you the kinetic sculptures out here because I mentioned those in the poem as well. So this is the only one that's going right now. I wish it was getting more buck wild because often when the wind blows, it's like, woohoo! But this guy's cool. Let him do a little of his thing for you there. But yeah, we'll just, there's a really cool kinetic sculpture moving around. We'll end on one of my favorite guys. He's like, just so happy to ride. He's like, they trying to catch me riding dirty. They won't, because I'm too fast. Just like the tongue action, the like, la, 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 la. That's, he's one of my favorite dudes. So thank you for coming with me. I just realized they got rid of, there was cows, milking metal cows. That's kind of sad. But things will change. Things that you love and hold near and dear will rearrange. And you just have to enjoy it and love it and appreciate it while you can. Thanks for coming with me. Please make your way to Fort Collins to see this place if you can before it becomes another concrete slab, because it's really fab. It's really worth it. You can go to all the directions of your imagination. So thanks for joining me. Bring you more soon. Go find that weird thing.